Good to go?
Good to go.
All right. Time is 6:06. This meeting of the Fern Bluff Municipal Utility District Board of Directors has come to order. Roll call of directors. All directors are present and accounted for. Director Smith, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I'd be honored.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Director Smith. All right. Citizens communications. No citizens to speak of to communicate tonight?
None today.
Take care of. Our landscaper, Mr. Schmidt, is not here today.
He is not in. He's suffering from some migraine headaches and stuff. So
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate.
in my manager report, I do include that his projects are in progress, the ones that were approved last month. So they're in progress and steady forward.
Okay. Is there anything we need to discuss on Parks Committee right now?
And not at this time.
We can do it later? Okay, great. Consent agenda. Are there any items to be removed from the consent agenda?
None to remove, none to add.
Very good. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion approved.
I'll second that.
Motion by Director Stemko, second by Director Horton. All in favor? Motion carries 5-0. Consent agenda is passed. All right. Mr. GM, Mr. Operator, let's hear from both of y'all.
Man, that felt quick.
We're breaking records.
So I'm not sure if you had an opportunity to review my report. It's in the packets on page 21. Obviously, the carport construction is complete, so we're happy about that. We can actually get 2 trucks in one stall, so that, space-wise,
Yeah, it's really nice.
turns out pretty good. So,
I had seen it at night, but then when I saw it this morning, I could finally see it this morning.
so the only thing we have to do, and rain has prohibited us from doing it, but we're going to paint the poles, the vertical poles, black.
Okay.
And then we're
That
going
would
to go ahead and put some reflective tape on there. That way, if you're trying to park it, evening, night, or whatever, at least you'll have a guide not to hit it. So,
Yeah.
not in the plans now.
How about solar?
We may consider that.
But what?
Solar.
Put some solar lighting under it.
Yeah.
Motion activated solar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Light it up under each
How
pole.
nice it would be if all the spaces were covered. And
Yeah.
At least that stretch.
wow,
would
how-
look nice.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
We actually
It's
received
so
a request.
civilized when you have a covered parking. But
Mhm.
One of the neighbors from Saul's Ranch actually called us like, "Hey, are you going to continue that all the way?" It's like, not in the plans right
It's not
now.
going to be a hail refuge for you,
no,
Right.
if somebody hits the lottery.
Yeah. So, and I'll just go down the manager reports. I can, touch on each of them. Sage Management, last month, I think it was like just before the board meeting, I did issue a notice of termination for their contract, so that it's a 90-day notice. We're having some issues with records and record keeping, and we just decided it's probably best to bring the operation in-house and do our own inspections. It needed to happen. I went to a cybersecurity seminar, and they just lit a fire under me, if you will, just because of the safety of our residents' information. For me is utmost. We've done all these security revisions to our equipment and everything to keep our information safe, more specifically our residents' information safe. So just need to happen. Great folks. Nothing personal against them or whatever, but we thought it was in the best interest of the district to bring stuff in-house and go from there.
I assume you've got the manpower to do it.
Yes, we do. I'm looking at going with SmartWeb's software. Pretty interesting stuff. It is specifically towards managing HOA issues and stuff like that. So
That's what we use.
okay, yeah.
We use it for both the ACC applications as well as, I don't know if we use it for violations. We use town square for that, but I
Gotcha.
think it'll handle violations.
It will. So yeah, we've got some work to do from here to July, end of July, I think 27th. But yeah, it's something need to happen right now. We're just preparing for the move over.
If they tick you off, I think they're based here.
Round
Round Maze.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've seen
Yeah.
that.
Which was kind of cool. I mean, we researched another company called City Reporter. They wanted $14,000 a year.
Wow,
Just for my gosh,
just for the app. I mean,
just for the app.
Yeah,
And the setup was gonna be $5,000 stuff. It was like, yeah, that just it was more for.
I
for
have
s-
some experience with smart webs. It
Mhm.
love the concept, love everything it had the capacity to do. It
Mhm.
was in the early stages of it.
Mhm.
So I just would want to make sure that you've talked to recent customers or people that are,
Yep.
okay. And they're happy, no glitches.
So far, so good. So, yeah, the City Reporter software, that one spoke to the folks at Anderson Mill Limited District. They use it. That feedback I got, it was very clunky and it works great, whatever. But they had to do a whole lot of gyration to tailor it to their needs and stuff. And
Duct tape it. Yeah,
baling wire,
No,
bubble
thanks.
gum. I'm too lazy to do that much work to try to conform it to us. I mean, as opposed to having something that's specific for.
One question to ask them though, I mean, if you're gonna use it for your architectural requests, talk to them about how you can migrate what you currently have into their system, because you're gonna wanna go back in time to find out if what you thought might be a violation was actually approved at some point in time.
I will do that.
So,
So who's going to be in charge of, is that going to be added to Jeremiah's duties, or is it going to be one of the other guys that are basically once a week, once every other week, whatever's just going to drive around and check and take pictures, or how's that going to work with staff?
Right now, the plan is it'll fall in Jeremiah's basket. Doesn't mean Jeremiah's going to go out and do the inspections. We do have a couple of folks. It may end up that we'll need to hire somebody else, not specifically for deed restrictions, but help in the field. But yeah, those gyrations that they're happening as we speak.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not something that we may bring somebody in as a consultant to help us out. But yeah, that just we'll if needed. Right now, in my brain, I see with
We're not there yet.
we're not there yet.
That's,
Yeah.
we're at item number 6, and that's like 243 down on the list.
Ish.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, as we speak, we're just kind of making sure that everything's in place, make sure the transition's smooth. But we're and getting the software, populating it, making sure everything is working before the July 27th deadline is kind of top of the list right now. But
Right.
yeah, migrations, setup, all that stuff. That's forthcoming. So, but yeah.
well, if you're in, from the ACC perspective, if you're interested in getting the opinion from one of our committee members, I'd see if I can hook it up.
Very good.
Since we use it.
And at some point, I'd love to meet with the committee. That way, that'll be the step before meeting with the ACC, the entire ACC committee, and just getting everybody on the same page and making sure that our vision is still, where we want to go and go from there. So, I'll get any questions on that.
Just comparison of the onboarding cost and the annual fee.
The onboarding is, we actually got a discount. It's $300 to set it
Okay.
up.
Not 5,000.
Not
Okay.
5,000.
All right.
And the monthly fee is $200,
Wow.
which, I mean, was it 1,400
Mhm.
per month
Over $1,000 bucks a
with
month.
City Reporter? I mean, just a huge disparity between pricing. And Smart Webs just seem so much better as far as it's tailored towards, HOA operations. City Web is more city operation kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Events and that kind of, like everything, a whole package, or
No, it's the code enforcement portal
wow.
with City Reporter, and that's geared towards cities and permits and all the stuff that takes place when you're building a home in an empty lot. And it was just way too much to try to whittle it down to just HOA operation or deed restriction operation. Sorry, but yeah, I mean the price difference is huge, and these guys are specifically tailored for the operation, which always seems a lot better. But,
There have been quite a few updates to it in the
Yeah.
last few years.
Stone Canyon used smart webs back in the day also for change management companies about 7-8 years ago.
Very cool. A lot of experience around that. Nice. Does anybody here still use Google Drive? I believe you do.
I mean, to pull
For the board
stuff out.
packets and stuff like
Yeah.
that. We're moving towards getting rid of Google completely and moving over to either a dedicated site,
Mhm.
security or secure at fernbluffmud.org, or doing the Microsoft platform.
What, Teams?
Haven't considered Teams. It was
Yeah.
more like a SharePoint or just
I'm not a
something.
Teams fan.
OneDrive.
Yeah.
I'm working on that, but again,
Whatever.
with the
I'll
security. What's that?
The only one who uses it, I guess, so I'll adapt.
We'll try to make it as easy as possible. But right now we're paying for Google, the Google platform and the Microsoft platform, and we're
No,
mostly using Microsoft. Like I said, the only thing we're using Drive, and not Drive, but
Yeah, Google Drive.
Google Drive is for the board packets,
Yeah. no,
and I got one user, so
Who's that?
just saying.
No names, please.
But yeah, that's like I said, we're
Okay.
working on making that transition.
You
Just
let me know what I gotta do when it's done.
most definitely, and
Now, as far as that goes, I mean, yeah, I also pull stuff off of the drive. Not
so we're
probably
not-
as often as Mark does, but definitely enough. Now, one thing, and Mark, this obviously your area of expertise. So, have we thought about getting a internal server and housing the documents on our own server? I mean, I know there's always security issues. I know that's always a thing. I mean, Microsoft is just as susceptible as anything else, but is that something that we would even consider? Or Mark, is that something that's like way beyond the scope of what we even need to look, what we even want to look into?
I think you mentioned that as a possibility earlier.
Yeah.
just Bringing in their own server.
not only have we considered it, we actually have our own server, so,
Okay.
and it's secure. So using that for document retention, document depository, and then yeah, most definitely. In fact, I've got a meeting on Thursday. We get a just kind of a little demo run on what it would look like. So if that's better than the Microsoft option, absolutely. So you would have a secure login. You can kind of log into fernbluffmud.org and go to the the staff section or board member section or whatever, and two-factor authentication, all that good stuff. So yeah, it's in the works, but
Okay.
the server portion is already done. So we're
So the
way ahead.
investment's already there in terms
Yes.
of the hardware. So it's just a matter of bringing in
Yes, sir.
the applications and software. you
And
need
we
to
actually
secure it.
have the documents. We've downloaded everything from Google Docs, but right now we're at a point where it's 95, 98%, 99%, Microsoft, but that one little portion that's Google Drive. And at this point, I mean, we don't use the spreadsheet function. We don't use the document function, whatever. So no sense in paying, a couple $100 a month to house that or to host documents or whatever. We'll just, go 100% Microsoft. And if the option to do the server web-based thing secure, then, let's just say I won't make any changes without letting you know specifically where we're going. So, but it is in the works. So, okay, we're getting there. Okay, the fun part, AMI metering system. Last month I'd mentioned to the board about perhaps doing a budget amendment, and I was asked to do a trial, make sure that, I come back to you and say, yeah, we've done a trial and everything works great. I will say we've done a trial, about 10% of that second pressure zone we have in Oak Brook, which is the furthest from the antenna. We put 18 meters.
18 meters.
We got 18 meters out there.
16 reads return.
I know I'm stealing Jeremiah's thunder, but for the meters that we got out there, we got some really good reception, and I'm happy with it. I know Jeremiah's like, okay, from staff, we've got the we got the feel good about it. So last September, October last year, we the board approved us bringing in some new radios and stuff like that. So that section, that the pump zone 2 is already full. I mean, it's all the meters have been swapped out. So we got electronic meters, we have the radios. So the plan now is to go forth and do 100% of that section, and which includes the pump station. Very advantageous to have how much we're pumping out to the system, how much we're metering in that zone, and that'll give us how much we pumped out, how much we sold, and the difference water loss. So really good tool to go seek out some water loss and try to improve it if possible. So today I'll be asking the board to allow us a budget amendment. It's a net zero. We had talked about the roof having about $400,000 for roof replacement and some door replacement and stuff. After looking at the doors and the roof, we can defer maintenance on that, or replacement, if you will. I think we'd be really good. We'd just get a contractor, wash the roof off, get it cleaned up, and if there's a nail sticking up or whatever, fix that. But like I said, looking at it, it does not meet the criteria for we need to do it this year. So if the board is okay with it, we'd like to go ahead, and I think we have an item on the agenda to make that transition. Like I said, it's taking money from one pot, putting the other, without adding more money from our reserves or whatever like that. So it'd be a net zero transaction, and I think it'd be good. Staff is recommending going forward with it. So
No, it's an investment too.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's going to save us some manpower as well as accuracy, I assume.
accuracy is the big thing. I know for years I've been talking about is like, well, it's just the cycles. Is like, the city of Round Rock reads one day, we take 3 days, 2.5 days to read the meters, and then that you get that little, that just the discrepancy between that, and sometimes it's 105%, sometimes it's 95%. So we get a lot of swings. We're hoping that once we have the entire system online, then we'll have both meters coming in, everything that went out on the same day. So that should bring down our water loss numbers, and more importantly, the swings that we're seeing. I mean, 105, 110%, water loss, which is water gain. Just it looks bad on the record, and I mean, we know pretty darn sure that it's like we're not creating water, we're not selling more than we're buying. It's like it's been all the discrepancy and who reads when, and that just hopefully that'll just make that issue go away. So good. Okay, another fun item, trash hauler.
I'm sorry, what, real quick, why don't we get a vote on that just for the minutes?
Okay.
Yeah, on the budget amendment, please. Sweet. Did you have a dollar amount set aside yet?
It's in the packet.
I've got the quote for the meters and the radios, and those total up to $374,600.
And this is the AMI.
Yes, ma'am.
So
I'm-
this would be a budget amendment to allow the 300 and, I missed the actual number,
So
300 and something $1,000 to start purchasing the AMI
meters and radios.
and radios, correct?
That's a package deal right there. So and the gaskets for the meters.
I'll go and make that motion.
Motion by Director Barnes,
I'll second it.
second by Director Smith.
So if I can just add one more piece of information. Initially, when we started looking into metering system, our initial budget was 1.5 million. So right now we're looking at maybe a little over $500,000-ish. So yeah, we've done a lot of work. We've done a lot of trials with other radios, and these just seem to be the ones that have worked best since 2017, I think, somewhere around there.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a long time.
A long time.
I
So
don't know, since I've been on the board.
So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm assuming cost of equipment came down
yes,
in some.
but we've been piecemealing it. I think last August the board approved having the backbone installed at the water tower. So basically the receiver antenna. So every time there's a sale, it's like, okay, let's jump on it. So just about everything, and I credit my wife for this because she won't buy anything full price. So so it's like I've learned pretty good. And it's like, yeah, no, too expensive, and the radio system, the receiver, that one came at a really good deal. So we saved a bunch of money on that, and same thing with the meters and radios. So
So they gave you a discount or something. So you won't have to approach that 1.5 or 1.2 million to do this.
No.
That's a good thing.
So what's the amount of the quote again?
I'm sorry,
What's the amount of the quote? 3,200?
374,600.
374,600.
and
$374,600.
Mhm.
And just to give you guys a little bit of heads up, as far as just kind of a kick to the budget committee. So right now, our income is, we are up about $187,000 on our income. Our expenses right now, year to date, are about $628,201 under what the budgeted expenses are. So the money, I mean, as far as adding the extra 336,000 to the budget, that's not going to put us in any kind of strain. So,
Should not have a negative impact on our budget. So
All right. All in favor of the motion for $374,600 for the radios and meters? All right, motion carries 5-0.
and just as a point of clarity, so how many radios and meters are that going to be, or what kind of coverage is that going to be at this? I'm assuming this is the stage one of,
no, the
Is that-
amount for radios and meters, 100% coverage for the district.
are you serious?
Yes, sir.
A couple on the shelf.
Yeah, with some spares on the shelf. So
5 years ago, we were looking at what, $1 million, $1.5 million?
$1.5 million. Yes, sir.
They're coming at 1/3 the price.
Well,
Well,
it's nice.
We're trying real hard.
It's nice to see something. The price is actually cheaper now than it
Yeah,
was 5
yeah.
years ago.
And like we could probably get a retro meter, one of those mechanical things, for $20 cheaper per meter. But last time I bought that type of meter, we were returning 10% because of failure, and at least 10% of the meters.
That seems like a high rate.
Yeah. So it's like buy cheap, you buy often kind of deal. So
What kind of warranty do these have then?
20 years.
20-year warranty on the meter
Yes, sir.
and the radio?
I
I assume.
don't want to lie to you. I think it's pretty darn close. pretty darn close. So, yeah, the deal they have with us, if a meter fails, 2 meters fail, we'll send 2 meters back. They'll send us 4 meters or whatever, just to compensate for the labor to swap it out or whatever. So,
Those things will last longer than I will now. Could.
not
So
a bad deal.
The coverage, is that going to replace any of the pilot meters? Is that going to?
Now, pilot
like-
meters are in, so Raiders
Right.
are in.
They're all the same brand?
All the same
Same
brand.
brand,
So with this system, with this trial that we did, we got the meters, we got the radios on there. So waited till meter read time. Meter actually sent its read to the receiver, and came into our system, came into AVR, our billing system, and bills are going out. So from A to Z, we've got it, success.
Okay.
So it's looking good. It's looking good so far.
You know where my next question is going.
Come on.
Are the homeowners going to get access? And if so, how much is it going to cost the homeowner?
I want to say, don't get me lying. The
Ballpark it.
yes, yeah, I'm pretty
Yes.
sure that's with what do you call it?
With
Jim Brown.
H2O analyticals or whatever.
H2O Analyticals.
It's not in there yet, but it's going to be that much more.
I'll have a better answer for you next month. I want to say yes, there is a portal for that.
Okay.
And if there isn't a portal, we'll have a portal for sure. And what that'll allow us is that we'll pull a report every day. It'll come up on our inbox and say, okay, these meters didn't report. These meters were high, low,
Right.
whatever, potential leak, and we can get with our customers from there. But I want to say I believe we bought that. When we bought the radio,
Yeah.
the receiver, I want to say I think it was in there, but I've slept since then, so don't get me lying.
Yeah. No,
There's also been a
I
lot
mean,
of-
to me, I travel enough that every once in a while I like to just take a look and see.
Mhm.
Have a busted pipe somewhere that I didn't know about or that happened while I was away that I should call.
Understood.
You meet Jeremiah, will let us know next month.
Yes,
Because you'll be out.
correct.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes,
I look
Jeremiah.
forward to hearing more of next month.
Gotcha. Well, from me, it'll be on a report. Last item on my report is I'll be in Washington D.C.
Right.
for next meeting. American Waterworks Association has their annual conference, and this year it happens to be in Washington D.C. just the week before. I think it's the week before the 250.
Oh my gosh.
Celebration, 250 year celebration. So kind of cool. It's one of the things that I get to do. But yeah, like I said, I'll be out next month, but I'll be available via phone if necessary. I'll be watching Jeremiah on YouTube too. So, but yeah, and then just a quick update on roads. I spoke to the city of Round Rock, and for some reason, I was under the impression, and I've been telling the board that this project would be complete by May of 2026.
Yeah.
So since I have been corrected by the city, it says, the target date is October, of 2026. So maybe by late summer-ish, we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's not May of 2026 anymore. So
I'm sorry, Hector, which roadway was that?
I'm sorry, the extent
Wyoming
Wyoming Springs extension.
Thank you.
I'm not in a hurry.
No, not at all.
Mm-mm.
Now,
Not
if that
at all.
opened up traffic,
Well, with Creek Bend, traffic is bad enough. At 5 o'clock, it's horrible. But
The wet weather the last 4 weeks hasn't helped.
No.
But they've had a lot of rain days.
Yeah.
Until school's on the side, because usually I get jammed up coming down Great Oaks, and it was like nobody.
so I want to say I think I stole most of Jeremiah's thunder on his part of the report.
You have the trash hauler here.
Oh, did I not mention that?
You started and got distracted.
Okay.
You started
Squirrel.
to, and Zach wanted to ask you about the.
Gotcha.
numbers, but back-
Okay. Well, thank you for keeping me in.
I want to name drop, sorry.
Hi. It's just nice to be mentioned at all.
So big item, our trash hauler. We have not price checked them since 2017. So it's been quite a while. They've had ownership changes, couple speed bumps along the road, nothing horrible. I mean, they've been pretty good. But I mean, having a conversation with Zach and George, and it just seems like it's probably time, since our contract is up in October or September 30th. If the board would, desire as such, it'd be good to actually bid that out and do a price check on them. There's some folks out here that got some pretty good reviews. We've actually had the opportunity to go out and visit the TDS site. Pretty spectacular what they're doing as far as
Which
recycling.
site?
Texas Disposal Systems.
I love them.
Yeah.
It's a great business model
Yes.
and what they're doing with the environment.
They're making concrete out of recycled glass,
I
which is just
Right.
mind-boggling.
How sharp is that?
Nice.
Sorry.
They're on the,
I'm going to reflect on that for a long time.
They're on the cutting edge of something.
So you went out to, did you go out to the property?
We did.
Did you see all the little animals?
I did.
It's a really neat
Yeah.
tour.
Yeah, I love the giraffes.
They seem to have an operation that's just
Is it just recycling or both trash and recycling?
both.
Okay.
I mean, they do it all. So.
They're local owned,
Mhm.
not a national. So, I think, I mean. has
No,
it
they
changed?
are definitely local.
Yeah.
If some of you might remember the issues when Eco Resources was taken over by Southwest Water, their parent company, corporate. Same thing with Severn Trent, corporate. I mean, all this corporate structure just usually ends up being good for the corporation, not so much the customer. So I think it would behoove us to go do a price check. I mean, especially it's one of our bigger expenses every single month.
Mhm.
But that would be up to the board if you guys would like to do that. We're happy to tackle that assignment.
I think that's always a good idea to see if you can get the best deal with the best quality. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know, do we need a motion for that, or you just need our permission?
Yes, I think it would be appropriate to have a motion to terminate pursuant to the provisions of the agreement. It does require 90 days prior notice, so that's 90 days prior to September 30th. So still got a window, but yeah, my recommendation is that there be a vote on it.
So I was fuzzy on that. So it's required we terminate before we put out for bid again?
You do not have to wait until termination. You can start that process now, as Hector's kind of already started doing. And so what I typically recommend to clients is that if they want to move on or if they want to see what else is out there, you provide notice of intent to terminate, so you're not stuck with an automatic renewal if you slide past that 90 days prior. And you can invite your current provider to come back to resubmit,
Yes.
whether it be a whole new scope of services, new prices, whatever, and anybody else who gets notice of the RFP can be doing the same in the meantime. The one thing we will have to do, obviously, it's going to be greater than $150,000, so we will have to publish notice in the newspaper. Still a requirement, if you can believe that, good old black and white print.
And nobody reads, so.
Yeah. So we'll have to put that out there. But otherwise, I think Hector's already got an RFP. You already have our RFP going, and we talked about using a contract that's going to be yours specifically, Fern Bluffs, rather than you having to request proposals and they send, let's say you get 3 proposals, you get 3 different contracts. So rather than doing that, you dictate the terms of the contract that you want to use, and I've found that to be pretty helpful.
Well, I'd like to make a motion that we do put our trash hauling services out for RFP this coming year. Yeah, send the notification. They'll be in the current contract to our current hauler and advise them that they're welcome to participate in the bid process for our next contract for refuse hauling services.
Second.
Is this RFP going to be, the same services that we currently get,
Yes, sir.
right? So there's going to be no, we're still going to have the
Clean up, bulk clean up.
The
bulk
Yeah.
pickup
So-
and that twice.
So interestingly enough, there's surrounding communities.
Yeah.
They're moving over to on-demand
For the
bulk
bulk,
pickups.
yeah, you
Yes.
mentioned that last
Yep.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great model. Instead of having to force, here's this Saturday and here's this Saturday, and that's all you get. Residents would get 2 bulk pickups any time of the year. Just call them and it's on demand, so they'll come and pick up that.
I think one of the besides that, one of the things that we all cherish is the fact that we can put up to 6 extra bags out there,
Mhm.
right, as opposed to just in the can.
Right.
Right. 'Cause I know some of them are just in the can,
Mhm.
and I don't think we want to take that away.
I would assume that most of the trash services, trash, recycling, the 6 extra bags, stuff like that, I would assume that that's all going to be negotiated in the contract. That's going to be within, as Zach said, our Fern Bluff contract saying this is what we want. And so, so would TDS be willing to do the bulk pickup on demand? Is that something that
They prefer it.
they prefer it?
Yeah, and so does Republic. So I mean,
Yeah.
one of the changes they wanted to make for this upcoming renewal was to switch over
Right.
to that model, which
Right.
I don't see why we wouldn't do it. That's just
Yep.
so much better for our residents.
Mhm.
So much better. So.
Would switching over to TDS also mean that we would have to switch out all of our garbage and our recycling cans? And
Mhm.
so we'd have to have Republic come pick up the ones that we have now, TDS come and bring new ones.
I
And,
know, self-inflicted pain.
Yeah, not really. Mine's cracked.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, and that's another
had it
benefit.
for years.
Given and like I said, it's not a foregone conclusion that TDS is going to win the bid or whatever. I
Right.
mean, whatever's in the
Right.
best district, but best interest of the district. We may or may not get some new cans for.
Yeah.
If
My
Republic-
experience, sorry,
Hmm?
is they've been a little bit more money, but I think it's really worth weighing the service level too, not just always going for the very bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
So
I agree too.
I hope we wouldn't eliminate them just because,
Yeah, no, I mean, just like I said, we're always looking to, push our vendors to give us a great deal. One thing I always tell all our vendors, it has to be a win-win. I mean, that's not negotiable. I mean, they have to make money as well, but we have to be very well taken care of. So that's rule number 1 for me. It's got to be win-win. So.
We've got a motion from Director Horton, second by Director Barnes to generate a RFP to solicit trash haulers for service, and to give notice to our current trash hauler, the 90 days required notice, and to invite our current trash hauler who we're giving notice to participate in the process. Any other comments?
I'll just say real quick, this has nothing to do with the Republic. I mean, they've been just fine. It's nothing personal, nothing anything. It's just the objective is to find a better deal for the district. And
Agreed.
The best deal.
Yeah, the best
It
deal.
could be the best deal.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
Yeah.
But you're at a turning point here where the contract ends and now's the time to explore.
Mhm.
So it makes sense to me.
Okay. Any more comments? No. All in favor? Motion carries 5-0. Mr. General Manager, go forth and solicit the bids and get us a deal.
Got it.
Make it so.
Get us good service for it. Make it so. That's right. All right. Mr. Operator, you have anything to add, or did Mr. GM steal your thunder?
I think he pretty well covered. I will add or elaborate a little bit. He was talking about from 0 to 10. We've checked all the different stages. The one cool thing is we did get a chance to use that H2O utility, so we were able to take the phone out the end of the field, do the lat lunge, take the pictures, add all the information in the field. So it wasn't just a quick crash from the desktop. I actually put the guys out there, and they like it. They're okay with it. It works well, easy to punch in, and it actually gives us pictures of the box and some information about it, and a picture of the overview of the front yard and everything when we install it. So pretty neat. We like it, and again, we got it all the way from field to bill. So it all carried through. So as of right now, we're looking really good. We'll see when we do a few hundred, we'll give you another update. but that's all I had to add.
I had a question for you, but just went poof.
Oh, no.
I've got one. And you may have covered it, and I just spaced out. Once we start getting meters, like, what's the time frame to get them all installed?
We're still discussing a little bit if we're going to keep it completely in-house or if we want to bring it up to you guys.
Okay, so that's
Ask
fluid,
y'all. It
is what you're
is,
saying.
still
Okay.
kind of in the plans. We're going to see what our guys can do. Like, all right, so it's what you got. We can kind of
It's gonna take a specific skill, or knows how to use a wrench.
to get quick, yes. To be quick, but it's something they would develop really fast once they start doing it every day.
And we had a discussion last month about bringing in a student.
Contemporary trainee type.
Or just for some experience.
Young blood is trainable.
Mm-hmm.
Have you gotten back with the Round Rock ISD about that? Or?
And I know we traded some emails.
And he dropped out. Some of these people, school's over. I'm done.
So yeah,
Yeah.
All right. Well, if he's really interested, I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
But thanks for reaching out on that.
no worries.
The apprentice or intern.
So with the fabulous Miss Miller being retired, we still have a little slice of the pie. If necessary, with what she was making, we'd probably hire at least two, either office folks, field folks, one of each, or something like that. So, there's some wiggle room for employees, and if we need to bring in somebody for dedicated meter change outs or whatever, then there's an option in there. So, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, we're working on it. We're trying to keep it all in balance and just keeping all the balls in the air. And I thank staff. They've been really good, real supportive, and we're getting there.
Excellent. Very good. All right. I think that's everything from General Manager and Mr. Operator. Roads Committee, do we have anything new?
The only thing I had was the update for October target date for completion. So.
All right. Budget Committee, Director Barnes, do we have anything?
Well, just like I said earlier, pretty much, so just kind of an update. So this month, we had an income of about $265,555 with expenses of $336,447. That is a deficit this month of $70,892. However, year to date, our income is $3,597,450 with expenses of $2,325,978, which is a surplus of $1,271,472. And then on top of that, like I said earlier, our budgeted income is $3,410,459, which, as I said, that is we are $186,000 above what we have budgeted for income, and our expenses $2,954,179, which our expenses are actually $628,000 below. So, budget wise, I think we're in great shape, and we can continue to. That's why I said the $375,000 for the meters is not going to put any stress on us. That's about it.
Good deal.
I got a question for Hector. We had a conversation about the new truck,
Mm-hmm.
new vehicle, and whether or not to try and get it this year or next year. Did you want to bring that up?
We could, we as it stands now, we do have some wiggle room. to purchase a vehicle. I know with summertime coming up and these rains that we've been having intermittently, Edward, we just got his D license a couple meetings ago or whatever. He's driving the mule, which is great for parks, so you can get in and out of the parks and stuff like that. But when we have inclement weather or 100+ degree weather, riding that mule is just, I mean, it's just hard on the body. So, but yeah, I mean, we could do something as far as, in fact, the carport, we spent $10,000 on it. We had a budget of 50. So, we definitely have some wiggle room if we wanted to include the purchase of a vehicle this budget cycle as opposed to new budget. We could do that as well.
I mean, my thought is they're probably gonna just get more expensive next year than anyway. So if we've got the money, maybe we should just invest it now. So.
Just putting it out there. I know
Yeah, I mean,
Would you like to bring some proposals to the board next month, or you and Jeremiah can bring it,
happy to do that.
and we can consider, discuss, and perhaps
Mhm.
pick something?
Yeah,
do we get one for past vehicles on buy board, or am I misimagining?
No, buy board. Don Hewlett is where we've purchased all of our vehicles except for the very first one, which is a Nissan, little Nissan pickup truck. But since, oh my gosh, 2015, that's all we purchase. Is usually sticking to the Chevy model because of 2 trucks, both heavy duties. The air filters are the same, the cabin air, oil, just all the parts are very similar. So, we can store some filters and use them on both vehicles, 3 vehicles, or, whatever the case is. But yeah, they're definitely a buy board transaction.
I assume then, based on what you just said, is the basic maintenance we do ourselves.
Air filters,
Yeah, air filter,
cabin
oil
air,
changes.
yes. Oil changes, we'll usually take them out.
Take them out.
And that's a function of MS4,
Stormwater.
our
yeah.
stormwater
Gotcha.
permit. So, yeah, we do oil changes here. You get a little oil spot.
Yeah,
It's just so much easier to say, hey, here's one item that we can comply with on the stormwater permit, and also complete our required maintenance on our vehicles. So,
okay, cool.
method in madness.
Air filters are easy.
Yes.
Mhm.
So now you're doing that.
Not that I do my own, but
Cool.
all
All
right.
right. All right.
Need to have an agenda item from that for next month? If you want to do that?
Yes.
Do you want like a do not exceed for that one, or are you going to come to us with a vehicle?
Oh no, we'll come with the just with the
Spec
road.
sheet.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'll go out, and it being buy board, I don't know if we have to go to different vendors.
Oh.
But yeah, usually buy board's been really good to us. So,
Okay.
and just as a side note, back on the metering system, that is a buy board. It would be a buy board purchase as well. So,
Oh.
Oh, cool.
so yeah,
Oh, I
that's
didn't know that. Okay.
So that's part of the deal.
that's part of the deal. Yeah.
Yeah. Which reminds me, I just thought of what I wanted to ask Jeremy.
Sweet.
The billing issues that we've been having, I even got a disconnect letter myself. So has that been all resolved? I know we put it in the newsletter too, something about that. I think.
Yeah, yeah. For the most part, I think that their issues are that they're making improvements without testing them before letting them out.
That's not an improvement.
Yeah.
Not an improvement. It's just
After billing comes out this month again, we'll see if it's been fixed. So it's one of those where we're waiting. Like, yes, the answer is always yes, we fixed it. But
some of
we've got our
my
key checkpoints that we go to.
some of my emails to them have gotten very, very pointed. To a point where it's like, I don't want apologies. I want action. So yeah, they've addressed the issues, and our residents can see their bills now and stuff like that. So
I know, I guess one never showed up. And then I got billed for 2, and then after I
Then you got
paid
the
that, then I got the
disconnect,
disconnect notice. Okay, thanks.
well, just proof that we treat everybody equally.
That's all.
All right, I think that's it for budget matters. District Community Center Committee, anything?
Nothing at this point.
I hear thunder.
There may be some regulars.
All right, Director Horton, budget, or deed restriction committee?
Nothing restriction wise, no actions like that. We had a we had a resident in Stone Canyon asking the MUD ACC for permission to cut down and prune a tree. It's really, and the committee was on top of it and directed the resident to Stone Canyon OA for that kind of approval as far as removal and so forth, because they'll own the deed restrictions for removal, replacement of trees and so forth, but it doesn't apply here.
Very good, thank you. Security Committee, Director Barnes, you have anything for Security Committee?
No.
Communications Committee, Director Smith.
The communications went out already for this quarter, last month. So next meeting, we'll talk about the content for the next one.
All right. Agenda item 13, ongoing litigation. Anything to report, Mr. Attorney?
No, sir, Mr. President.
And we've got a judge in our new court now, right? Sarah Moore, is that right?
I think that's right. How long it'll take for everything to get up and running, I have no clue. I wouldn't even dare to guess. So,
Hear that.
yes, sir.
Very good. All right. Next,
Parked under the awning.
next meeting
I
day.
thought somebody hit the carport or whatever you call it,
Just started rain. I should have brought an umbrella.
the mud port.
The mud port.
Everybody good for June 23rd for next meeting date?
Well, except for me, but
I am.
you'll
I'll
be
be
in
here.
good
Oh, yeah.
hands.
Okay.
Yeah, we-
All right. All right. Let's look at future agenda items. Maybe a truck. I think that's about it. Do I have?
Motion to adjourn.
a motion-
Second.
Motion to adjourn by Director Barnes, second by Director Horton. All in favor? Motion carries 5-0. The time is 6:58 and this meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.